I want to do my best to keep this topic nice, short, sweet, simple, concise. I say my statements, you guys can comment yours, and we talk about what Tarik did tweet in the past week, and a lot of people have agreed with, a lot of people have not agreed with, that being NA CSGO being dead. After Tarik took to Twitter, he later said, "Never mind, we're back," but once you say the words, you really can't take him back, as he did actually state that NA CSGO is dead and or dying. Stating NACS is officially dead. I went and said it. Pinging EUCS for help. Retweet to spread awareness. Thank you. And certainly this is not the only reason why I'm making this video, guys. I love some great talking points out there, and I got a lot in my head around this because I do think there is some truth behind what he said, even if he was trolling or joking. In case you guys did not know, Evil Geniuses, you know, our supposedly top American team out there, is now also relocating to Europe, as many teams are, for better scrims, pracs, and of course training against the best of the best, as compared to North America, where seemingly that is lacking. I do agree with a lot of people out there who say, I don't know if death is the right word. I would say NA CSGO is struggling, but I'm sure I'll talk about this probably in the next few days as other figures make their comments on this. I will make my blanket statement, and again, please comment down below what you guys think. First and foremost, the match fixing incident and the coaching bans didn't help CSGO at all. In particular, though, it didn't really necessarily hurt North America more than other regions. I will say, though, as the ESIC slowly closes their investigation for match fixing of former CSGO pros now in Valorant, and some are actually probably still in Counter-Strike, and of course 37 CSGO coaches facing bans, some of which have been taken back, that does not help the scene entirely at all. In particular, when it comes to North American CSGO, though, you think about who we have as rosters. We got Evil Geniuses, we got Liquid, and behind them you got a team like Chaos. Evil Geniuses now set to relocate or actually go to Europe as well, and you think about all the teams they are joining over there, and especially you think about other organizations who have left in the past few years Counter-Strike and now entered a different game known as Valorant, which has been rising and also taking away CSGO talent, especially from the North American scene. Players, coaches, and IGLs certainly. Yes, it does suck to see. I mean, you have a notorious North American organization in Cloud9 who come back with Henry G and commit a lot of money out there for what they call the Cloud9 Colossus, and they're going to be in Europe. They will be located there, and it's not a North American roster as we all expected. Think about Complexity, guys. Has facilities in North America. Where are they right now? Why did they lose Oboe? Because they are still in Europe, and yes, not an American roster or an American lineup for Counter-Strike. When you think about how little pieces North America has left in terms of rosters and players at the top of the scene, but then you also compare it to how North America has usually been in CSGO, is it much different from how it's been in the past years? That's the debate here, right? Can it really be dying if it was already kind of in this state? I do think with the rise of Valorant, I understand where people are coming from, where certainly North American CSGO as compared to CSGO as a whole is struggling more than any other region, and that certainly sucks, especially if you look back over the past many years, kind of starting with Misfits, the North American roster, they leave CSGO, NRG leaves CSGO, and by the way, TSM was going to be rumored to come back to CSGO, but they leave as well. 100 Thieves, the most recent one, and you think about 3 of those 4 teams are now holding rosters in Valorant and no longer in Counter-Strike. So I do think CSGO is certainly in a bit of a worrisome period of time. Do I think CSGO is dying? Do I think North American CSGO is dying? I don't think I have the validity to actually comment on that, but I will showcase to all of you guys there are certainly a lot of concerns out there with the points I just made. And it is very clear that some organizations just do not want to touch Counter-Strike for the lack of financial feasibility and profitability, and way too expensive to actually buy a roster or to buy individual players. And the salaries, you know, I think it could be argued are just way too high. You think about Sentinels or T1 as well. They are choosing Valorant over Counter-Strike, and both spending, you know, some decent money. T1 has what, 3 Valorant rosters? They are showing supreme faith in Riot Games to try and mimic the success of League of Legends in an FPS title, and certainly a lot of organizations are choosing Valorant and not choosing Counter-Strike because it's the new, it's the rising fad. It's probably cheaper than it is cheaper than it is to actually hold and get a roster in Counter-Strike. So I will pass it off to you guys. Again, I made my statements, kind of got my jibber jabber thoughts out there. What do you guys think about Tarik tweeting this? And what do you think about North American CSGO? Just be honest with me, okay? I know a lot of you European fans out there are always going to say, North American CSGO was always dead. Just give me your honest thoughts. That's what we're here to do and talk about it, guys. Tarik tweets out North American CSGO is officially dead, and people are having a field day. Whether he was joking or not, I do think there is some truth behind that statement. How true it is, I do not know. And also, very lastly, guys, sorry for the brief intermission there on the first story to the second one. That's going to be a strange few days for the NAVI camp, who have now been hit by a little bit of COVID. I say little bit because we thought it might have been a big bit at first, with Boomble taking to Twitter and saying he had some possible conditions, or at least some ailments that maybe thought he had COVID himself. He actually tested back negative. Unfortunately, so for his teammate, that's going to be perfecto. He did actually come back and tested positive after a week of apparently illness and feeling very, very poorly. His condition apparently has worsened as he is now tested positive for the COVID virus. So best of luck in him and for him recovering, guys. Obviously, there's a very, very serious thing going on worldwide, and it's always a weird thing to see some of our esports pros also fall victim to what is going on around the world. But best of luck to him and his hopefully swift recovery. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. Same thing as before. Drink your water, drink your coffee. I'll catch you back here sometime soon.